The BC Lions battle it out against the Ottawa Roughriders in CFL action tomorrow night at 8 on CFTO TV.
Canada Cup 81. Canada Cup 81 is brought to you in part by Planters, who also bring you the finest, precious tasting nuts you can buy. By Canadian National, in business for Canada. By Super Lotto, the lottery that can make you a millionaire. And Provincial, 5 chances at $500,000. And by the best on ice from Labatt's, brewers in Canada since 1828.
Canada Cup 81 began play 2 nights ago. The Winnipeg Arena, the Soviet Union versus Czechoslovakia. The lead pass, Maltsev to Drozdetsky, and he goes in all alone to score. 1-1 tie, final score, an upset. The USA, Sweden. This is Tom Gorns getting in on the defense. He manages a great drop pass. Christian in the slot scores with Mark Howe parked right in front. Final score, USA 3, Sweden 1. And Team Canada debuted very impressively. It was 9-0 final score, one of the rare occasions where Finland got a chance on Mike Liut on this play late in the third period. Canada impressive, winning 9-0. Live from the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Alberta. Canada Cup 81. Tonight, Team Canada versus Team United States. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Edmonton Northlands Coliseum. My name is Ron Rouge. Tonight, a pair of traditional rivals. They always seem to go at it hard no matter what the quality of the teams that they put on the ice, and usually they're pretty close hockey games. Canada versus the United States. Joining me on the broadcast tonight will be Bernie Pascal and Tom Watt. They'll handle the play-by-play duties, and joining me down in the studios as an analyst will be Eddie Westfall. Well, traditionally, these two clubs have put on a pretty hard-hitting show, and in 2 exhibition games, Canada won, but they were fairly close hockey games, 5-2 and 6-5. They were the exhibition games. Tonight, it will be for keeps. In 1976, during the Canada Cup, Canada won its game against the U.S. too, but it was close again. They took advantage of early power plays to win it 4-2. Look for a good one tonight from here in Edmonton. This is Canada Cup 81. We'll be back in a moment.
Okay, Darryl, for a tin of Planters cocktail peanuts, who has the most points in Canada Cup history?
Slukdev, Orr, and Dennis Potvin.
For 3 tins of Planters mixed nuts, the most penalty minutes.
You do, 16 minutes.
Okay. For 12 tins of Planters Tavern nuts, the best goals against average.
You're still a defenseman. Vachon.
Here he is, fans. Welcome to Hockey Nuts in Canada.
Thanks, Dennis.
You're welcome.
Canada AM, Canada's only early morning news and current affairs show of its kind. Host Norm Perry and Gail Scott explore the major issues of the day, while Sandy Ronaldo and Wally Mott provide you with news, weather, and sports. Then at 11 each weekday night, the veteran team of Kirk and Robertson bring you the trust and tradition you expect. Start your day with Canada AM. End it with the CTV National News, and always.
Jump in, take us way up high, lie back, see the world go by, a kaleidoscope of color. It's a dance across the sky, blue smiles along with dew. There we caught you smiling.
Well, we've got a natural here at the Edmonton Northlands Coliseum in early play in Canada Cup 81. We're just in the second round. We have the only unbeaten, untied teams facing each other, Canada and the United States. Canada, of course, with that 9-0 victory over Team Finland in the opening round on Tuesday night. And, of course, the United States beat Sweden 3-1. Should be a very interesting one. And this afternoon's games, and they are complete now, Czechoslovakia continue to impress. They're a bit of a surprise, but maybe they'll surprise a lot of people before it's all done. Certainly, they've surprised the Soviets. 7-1 over Finland. The USSR, meanwhile, beat Sweden in Winnipeg this afternoon by a 6-3 count. Now let's go upstairs for the pregame ceremonies. Here's Bernie Pascal.
And one can feel the excitement here at the Coliseum tonight for this game between Team Canada and Team USA. They're doing a little patchwork behind the Team Canada net. If we get the signal there from the referee, the teams will be lining up at their respective blue lines for the official ceremonial face-off, the national anthems of both countries. And I don't think the coaches had to say a great deal to either team to get them ready for this game, Tom.
Well, no, I think both teams are certainly ready for the hockey game. Both teams, this means first place in the tournament, so it's certainly worth a lot. Both teams have started well, they've practiced well. They've both got excellent hockey players.
A special presentation tonight from the Northlands Coliseum to a special fund created by the Ministry of Recreation of Alberta for the development of amateur hockey programs and scholarships in this province. And Mr. Len Perry, the president of Edmonton Northlands Coliseum, the president of Hockey Canada, Lou Lefebvre, making his way out to center ice, along with Honorable Peter Trinchy, the Minister of Recreation and Parks in the province of Alberta.
Peter Trinchy, Minister of Recreation and Parks.
Peter Trinchy, Minister of Recreation and Parks of Alberta, accepting this special presentation from the Northlands Coliseum, a special fund created by the Recreation Department of Alberta for the development of amateur hockey programs. Team Canada and Team USA, and with the teams lined up at their respective blue lines, we'll go down now for the singing of both national anthems, and this is Sharon Braun. dynamic vocalization of the USA and Canadian anthems by Sharon Braun.
To center ice.
Now we direct your attention to the center ice area here at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton. And we'll have the ceremonial face-off. The president of the National Hockey League, John Ziegler, accompanied by a youngster supporting the muscular dystrophy program in Canada. Robbie Vitorik and Larry Robinson, the respective captains, will take part in the ceremonial face-off. And there we are. The game just moments away. Team Canada and Team USA. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Money in action. Working for your business non-stop. That's the promise of the Continental Commercial Banking System. The Continental Commercial Banking System offers all business customers of the Continental Bank an exceptional combination of cash management and financing. Your money work as hard as you do. To turn money into a living, moving part of your company. Make the Continental the action bank for you and your business. Continental Bank of Canada. Bankers in action.
Want to come to the Canada Cup with me? I'm Paul Henderson, and this could be your ticket. Every weekend from now until September 11th, provincial lottery players in Ontario get a bonus chance at an all-expense-paid weekend for two at the championship final in Montreal. It's an instant prize that you could find inside your provincial ticket pouch, and there's 50 of them. I know how exciting a cup final can be, so come to the Canada Cup with me. And I'm bringing my skates, just in case.
You love Fridays!
Well, we're back in Edmonton for this game between Canada and the United States. And let's just go back to the Canada Cup in 1976 for a moment, because in the first two games there, Canada played Finland and defeated Finland 11-2. And then their next game in the 76 Canada Cup was also against Team USA. They won that game 4-2, but the fourth goal was into an empty net. And here we are, some 5 years later, Canada opening with a 9-0 victory over Finland. And now in game two, all set to play Team USA. And Team USA bolstered several players in their lineup, stars in the National Hockey League. Now we're going to have the introduction of the starting lineups on both teams.
USA playing goal, number 35, Tony Esposito.
38-year-old Tony Esposito, number 35, a naturalized American citizen. And he's the key as far as the U.S. chances tonight against Team Canada. Rod Langway, native of Taiwan, member of the Montreal Canadiens, number 23 on defense.
On right defense, number 3, that's number 6, Ken Morrow.
And a member of that great U.S. Olympic team, and also 2 Stanley Cup champions with the New York Islanders.
Playing the left wing, number 5, Mark Howe.
Former junior with the Toronto Marlies and the son of Gordie Howe, number 5, Mark.
Playing right wing, number 21, Tom Gorance.
From the Philadelphia Flyers, Tom Gorance has been very impressive in games up to this point, exhibition and the opening games of the Canada Cup.
Dave Christian.
And from the Winnipeg Jets, Dave Christian, number 13, the starting center for Team USA. Now we'll have the introductions of Team Canada.
For Team Canada, in goal, number 1, Mike Liu.
Mike Liu making his second straight appearance in goal for Canada, a member of the St. Louis Blues.
On left defense, number 3, Barry Beck.
Big Barry Beck, 6'3", 215 pounds. On defense, the starting lineup.
On right defense, number 5, Dennis Potvin.
8 years with the New York Islanders, the veteran Denny Potvin, number 5, teaming defensively with Barry Beck.
On left wing, number 9, Clark Gillies.
Native of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Clark Gillies, number 9.
On right wing, number 22, Mike Bossy.
2 big goals the other night against Finland. Played junior with Laval and now a mainstay with the Islanders.
And at center ice, number 20, Brian
And
Trottier.
the old New York Islander line centered by Brian Trottier, the native of Val-Marie, Saskatchewan. And the officiating staff, the referee in his 9th NHL year, Andy Van Helleman, the linesman Ray Scapinello in his 10th year in the NHL, and the veteran John D'Amico from Toronto, 17 years in the National Hockey League. The officiating staff for tonight's game, and we're about set to go. Referee Andy Van Helleman, Trottier and Christian. The puck rolls into the Team USA zone. Back for it goes Ken Morrow, pass to Christian. Here's Christian, a pass up on the left side. Team USA on the attack. Goran's breaking for it, and he's taken out of the play by Barry Beck. Christian hammered into the corner. The puck goes loose. Beck tries to get to it, and he's knocked off stride there by Tom Gorance. Now they hold the puck against the boards. And the fans very appreciative of the action here in the first 24 seconds.
Well, right off the bat, a couple of good hits. Team Canada laying on the body inside the zone, and really, Gorance took a little run there at Big Barry Beck that you see on your screen, and of course he's a big fella, but Gorance didn't back down, and there was an awful collision there against the boards right to start off the hockey game.
Mike Eaves is dumped right at the face-off by Brian Trottier, and we have our first penalty of the game, and Trottier heading to the penalty box. Interference will be the call, and we'll get our first power play opportunity. Brian Trottier in the penalty box.
Well, Eaves tries to go right through to the net. There you see him poking the puck by Trottier and trying to go to the net. Trottier not allowing him to go to the net, dumps him, and it's the first penalty of the hockey game to Team Canada.
Brian Trottier, 2 minutes interference. The time, 26 seconds.
Face off to the left of Mike Liu. Team USA on the power play. Here's Larry Robinson, slapped at it, can't get it up. Eaves keeps it in, back to Johnson. Here's a chance now for Mark Howe, clearing it in front, and Bob Gainey brings it out for Team Canada, off the boards and down into the Team USA zone. Back for it there, Richie Dunn, there's a shot by Gainey as the puck bounced right to his stick. Eaves deep in his own zone, drops it behind the net. This is Mark Howe. Howe, number 5, winding up for Team USA. They're on the power play, clears it up on the left side. Miller then backhands it into the Canadian zone. Robinson got it off the boards and down the ice. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the penalty to Trottier. Richie Dunn, member of the Buffalo Sabres, in behind his own net. Neil Broughton comes out on the left side. He takes the pass. Here's Broughton up over the Team Canada line. A shot, and that goes over the top of the net. Trying to keep it in as O'Connell had got away from him. Here comes Middleton. Back for Canada, and it was knocked off his stick. Duguay, a shot, and that just missed the side of the net. Tony Esposito got a piece of it. 45 seconds left in the power play. This is Broughton up over the line. Then backhands it into the corner. Robinson breaks that up, and it comes outside the blue line. Here's Ron Duguay. Duguay then decides to circle around back to his own blue line, killing the penalty with Middleton. Did an excellent job of penalty killing against Team Finland the other night. And here again, a great exhibition. Ron Duguay. 18 seconds left in the penalty. Middleton clears it. It goes up over the boards and out of play.
This is what we've been seeing, not only in the first hockey game of the tournament. Scotty Bowman there looking on, watching his great penalty killers. But they have at least 4 or 5 guys in this hockey club that kill penalties very, very well. They did it against the Soviets in the last exhibition game. They did it against Finland in the first game of the tournament. They're continuing here early in this hockey game tonight.
Now Robbie Fatora comes out at center for Team USA. 16 seconds left in the power play. Butch Goring, number 91 for Team Canada. The puck goes to the side of the net. Esposito leaves it there. Team USA just can't get anything going in this power play. Some great penalty killing and a good hit there by Dennis Potvin, but he felt the effects of it. Potvin attempting to head over to the bench. Penalty has expired. Both teams are at full strength. There's a long shot deflected off Barry Beckstick. Into the corner, Potvin got the puck momentarily. Now it comes around. Here's Gretzky. Gretzky got it ahead to Gilbert Perreault, who cleared it to an open wing. And it goes right back into the USA zone. Richie Dunn touches it. It's icing against Canada. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
This is the tough San Andreas Fault area. The truck, the new 1981 Toyota 4x4. And although the fault's tough, the truck proved tougher. Tougher because it has the biggest engine you can buy in a small 4-wheel drive. So if you get stuck with something less, it's no one's fault but your own.
Oh, 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 what a feeling.
Tough truck.
Toyota.
Welcome back to Edmonton and our CTV coverage of Canada Cup 81. Bernie Pascal with Tom Watt, and a special welcome to our American viewing audience tonight on Sports Channel. We hope you're enjoying this telecast, and if the early indication gives us an idea, it's going to be a thriller. Christian against Gretzky for the face-off, but now they're waved out by linesman Ray Scapanello, and it'll be Gorence against Gilbert Perreault. Perreault wins the draw. The puck goes back to Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg, number 4, native of Stratford, Ontario, up to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky with Perreault and Guy Lafleur. The puck goes into the Team USA zone. Back for it there, Dave Langevin. Langevin slaps it off the boards, tried to get a return pass, and it comes out to center ice. Hartsburg, number 4 for Canada. He shoots it in. A race into the corner after it. Langevin and Lafleur almost stole the puck there. Here's Hartsburg, a shot, and that's deflected. Perreault tried to give it to Lafleur. He was the other way. Now Langevin for Team USA shoots it up the middle, and Hartsburg has it at center. Hartsburg shoots it right back into the Team USA zone. Langevin, a member of the New York Islanders, lost it to Guy Lafleur. Now Gretzky behind the net to Perreault. He scores! Perreault!
The hard work on the forechecking there of Guy Lafleur. He dug that puck out of the corner, got it in front, and there we see Wayne Gretzky in his typical position behind the net, passing between people's legs. Lafleur digging it out behind the net. Gretzky there working, putting that puck right out in front. Perreault just jamming the puck upstairs. What a line this group is. Such great offensive hockey players.
Gilbert Perreault, the goal scorer, 3:43, the time of the goal.
43 seconds.
Gretzky and Guy Lafleur assisting. 1-0 Team Canada. Now the puck up to Mark Johnson. He got to his own blue line, stopped there. Brought back in now. Here comes Danny Gare. He's knocked off stride, and it's called on the offside at the Team USA blue line.
Well, I'm sure Scott Bowman and all of Team Canada are very happy to get that first early goal because, you know, a player like Tony Esposito is so important to this U.S. team, and the longer he can keep the team, I think everybody wouldn't quarrel with the fact that perhaps the talent is better in Team Canada than Team USA, although USA has got a very good team, but the longer that he's able to keep that score down, the hotter he becomes, the tougher it is for Team Canada.
Out there for Canada now, Marcel Dion at center with Middleton and Danny Gare. Robinson is on defense. The puck cleared by Brian Engblom. I'm trying to get it up on that right side, and that just failed to click. Dean Talafas of Team USA got it over the line. Here's a chance. Rolling puck, a shot, and Liut stopped that. As Steve Kristoff was set up perfectly right in front. Now Dion clears it off the boards. Back to the line. That shot by Richie Dunn hit a skate and goes wide. Robinson trying to trap it there. Hit a bad spot on the boards and almost came right in front of Mike Liut. They scramble in the corner. Robinson trying to pin it there. Telephus knocks him, and Robinson comes out the other side. Larry Robinson. Collision there. Here's Kristoff. A shot. Scores. Kristoff. Got it right through the pads of Mike Liut. And what a hit on Larry Robinson.
Larry Robinson lost the puck between his legs just for a moment. The hit comes. Kristoff just winds up and drives one from a bad angle, just eludes Mike Liut going through his pads. Here's the hit, the puck behind his legs. There's the shot right from the side, just a driving shot, no angle. Hit Liut square in the middle of the pads and just trickled through.
Unassisted by number 25, Steve Kristoff. The time, 5 minutes, 1 second.
Unassisted goal by Steve Kristoff. It's a 1-1 tie. Here in the opening period, the puck shot. Tony Esposito stops it there. Leaves it for Dave Langevin. Team USA trying to get out of their own zone. Helped here by Rob McClanahan as they break away 2-on-1. Miller in front of the net. A shot. And Liut stopped that as Miller on the perfect deflection was robbed by goalie Mike Liut. A 1-1 tie. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
There's only one Fred Fletcher. He's a welder. He loves working with kids. But he has a family to look after. That's why he has his own life insurance plan. His London Life representative helped make that plan just as individual as he is.
I have a trophy for you, Mr. Fletcher. You're the greatest.
And a London Life representative can do the same for you. Of course, your plan may not be like Fred's, but then at London Life, every life is something special.
And play just underway. Barry Beck shoots the puck into the USA zone, but there's a penalty coming up to Team USA. It'll be an interference penalty. So we'll get our first look at the Team Canada power play as Mark Howe is off for interference with 14:12 left to play in the first period.
Number 5, Mark Howe, 2 minutes for interference.
Mark Howe was just trying to get in front of the forecheckers when the puck got dumped into the Team USA zone. He was just trying to prevent the forecheckers from getting on that puck early in the U.S. zone, and he gets the interference call.
Ryan Trottier, Gillies, and Bossy out there on this power play. Potvin and Marcel Dion out there defensively with Dion on the right point. Now he goes in behind the Team USA net. Checked there, or his own net, checked there by Johnson. Puck comes around the board now. Gillies calling for the pass. It's slapped back in. Dennis Potvin will try. Canada on the power play. Here's Gillies, number 9, has trouble with it. Now circling back to his own blue line. Good forechecking by Team USA. Bossy trying to drop it into Potvin, and it's cleared outside the line. Ryan Trottier gets it over to Marcel Dion. He shoots, rolling puck goes wide, and Rod Langway clears it off the boards. Here's Perreault, a shot, and that went whistling over the top of the net. Marcel Dion inside the line. Team Canada on the power play. Gilbert Perreault over to Dennis Potvin. Potvin clearing it, and that's deflected by Langway as Bossy was looking for the pass. Trottier to Bossy. Back to Potvin, and it popped over his stick and comes all the way out to center. 52 seconds left in the penalty to Mark Howe. Bossy's shot. Esposito kicked that out, and then it slapped down the ice. Dion back into his own zone. 39 seconds remaining in the penalty to Mark Howe. It's a 1-1 tie here in the first period. Robinson trying to get the puck away from Warren Miller. Miller right on top of him. Now Robinson watched by number 8. That's Robbie Fatorik. Clears it out to center. And that's stopped away by Richie Dunn, number 3. Strong penalty killing by Team USA. A steal there as Fatorik almost broke in, slapping the puck away from Dion. Now Perreault comes in. Guy Lafleur in the corner. Lafleur back to Wayne Gretzky. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Gretzky in the corner back. Oh, and it got away from Guy Lafleur. Lafleur in the corner now in front, and Miller shoots it down the ice as Howe is back on the ice. Team USA successfully killing off that 2-minute minor. Ray Bourque, number 8, in his own zone. Robinson in behind the net, up to Bob Gainey. Gainey on the left side, coming to center, in with Gretzky, who takes the pass. Tried to get it back, now he clears it in front. Bourque shot, and Esposito smothers that. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Mike Bossy, Wayne Gretzky. These two champions chose Titan hockey sticks for their unique patented construction, for their feel. Titan for their lightweight, for their durability. Titan for their strength. Titan, no other stick scores like it.
It's a 1-1 tie. Gilbert Perreault has scored for Team Canada, and Steve Kristoff has scored for the USA. 11:48 left to play in the opening period. Goring is at center now for Team Canada. He has Duguay on the right side. Bob Gainey broke his stick just as he was getting set for the face-off. There's Bob Johnson, the coach of Team USA. 14 years, head coach of the University of Wisconsin. He's won 3 NCAA championships. There's Hartsburg's shot. Esposito stopped that. Goring was too well covered. He couldn't get the rebound. Now the puck cleared out. Kristoff coming back in for Team USA. Dropped it at the line, no one there. Now Duguay trying to get away from Broughton, and covering up is Dave Langevin, and he gets the puck out to center. It's shot back into Team Canada zone. Craig Hartsburg, former junior with Sault Ste. Marie, the last 2 years with Minnesota North Stars. Bork ahead to Goring. Here comes Goring over to Duguay. Dugay's shot, and that was wide by about 4 feet. Gainey trying to clear it into the corner. He's checked against the boards there, knocked it loose. Goring in front. Here's Gainey getting set, and it was knocked off his stick by Dean Talafas. In behind the net, Duguay for Canada. Back to Hartsburg. Hartsburg to Raymond Bork. A shot, and Esposito gloves that and holds on. Moving the puck with authority. Both teams are here in the first period with 10:53 remaining. Tony Esposito, 38 years of age, naturalized American citizen the day that Team USA opened training camp. His new allegiance, of course, means that Tony O represented 2 countries in international hockey, having played for Team Canada against the Soviets. And Tony, a valuable member of the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, this is Wayne Gretzky, number 99, out there. Pass comes to Gare. Middleton over to Barry Beck. Beck misses a check at the line, and the puck is cleared off the boards out to Ken Morrow. Morrow to Christian. Christian a shot, and Mike Liut blocked that. Christian after the rebound. Tom Gorentz hammered against the boards by Barry Beck. It comes back to the line, a drive, and that misses the net. Middleton then just slaps it out to center. Gretzky tried to get it out. Christian checked him. Now Middleton brings it back in. Middleton coming in with Gare, rolls it in front, and Mark Howe cleared that out of danger. Team USA putting on the power here, but it's intercepted. Tom Gorentz gets it ahead. Mark Howe back to Gorentz. A backhander, and that's knocked down by Dennis Potvin. Potvin takes Gorentz into the boards, holds him there. The puck is knocked loose. Now Gretzky and Christian get in there, and with the foursome, they manage to get a whistle.
Well, one thing early in the hockey game, certainly these teams aren't feeling one another out, because really they've been going end to end, and I think Team Canada has been caught quite a few times at the blue line, either with all 3 men in forechecking, or sometimes some loose point play by their defenders, breaking out, getting opportunities for Team USA. They got to be a little more careful about where they're throwing that puck in the offensive zone.
At center now for Team USA, Mike Eaves. He's a good playmaker, has really impressed here in workouts and in exhibition games for Team USA. Miller into his own zone. Puck is slapped out to center ice. Number 2, Brian Engblom, among the most stingy with giveaways in the National Hockey League, a member of the Montreal Canadiens. Now here's Trottier stealing the puck. Gets it back to the line. Engblom clears it off the boards. Trapped there by Richie Dunn. Dunn gets it again, tries to get it, got it to the blue line. Trottier intercepted, and now it's just rolled down the ice with Robinson after it there. Robinson passing it right to Reed Larson. And the Team USA player checked right at the line. That's Johnson, and he's getting up slower. There'll be a penalty to Team Canada, to Clark Gillies. With the score, Canada 1, Team USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Labatt's Party Case with Canada's favorite ale and lager.
It's Smithy and Blue all in one. Sing, boom, da-ra-ra. Bring out a case of the beer. Now's the time to have a party when the gang's all here.
Clark Gillies in the penalty box. Team USA on the power play, and the puck just rolled away from Mike O'Connell. A 1-1 tie. Puck up to Neil Broughton, watched by Robinson. Leaves it there. Steve Christoph had it checked off his stick by Robinson, who's all over the ice tonight. Bob Gainey. He's hammered down by Rod Langway, a former, a teammate with the Montreal Canadiens. But they're foes tonight, no question about that. Here's Robinson up over the line, and it's called on the offside at the Team USA blue line. Robinson taking exception to that jolt he received right at the blue line.
Well, certainly Team USA isn't giving Larry Robinson all the respect that perhaps they should. That's the second tremendous check, really, that they've hit him with, and perhaps they feel that he's one of the keys to Team Canada, and they've got to lay the body on him and not let him control the play as he usually does.
Clark Gillies has 1:05 left in his elbowing penalty. This is Mark Howe, number 5 for Team USA. Howe, setting his team up on the power play, decides to come straight up the middle. A pass to Eves on the right side. Misses a check from Barry Beck. Here's Eves in behind the net, trying to get it in front to Christian, and it's cleared but not out. Shot into the corner. Beck, after it there, he slaps it off the boards, and down the ice it goes into the Team USA zone. Richie Dunn with the Buffalo Sabres, number 3. In behind his own net, a pass straight up the middle. Now Christian, number 13, over the line, gives it to Mark Howe. Back to Christian, but Middleton got there to intercept. Middleton then backhands it. A rolling puck comes out to center. 18 seconds left in the penalty to Clark Gillies. A 1-1 tie. Gilbert Perreault steals the puck. Here's Perreault coming in with Middleton, a shot. And that goes wide. Perreault after it again. Into the corner. Morrow got a piece of him. 3 seconds left in the penalty, and the puck to Robbie Fatorik as Gillies steps on the ice. Both teams are back at full strength. 7:05 left to play in the first period. Potvin ahead to Guy Lafleur, and Morrill gets there to break that up, and the puck comes out to center ice. Craig Hartsburg backhands it in. Race for it there. Esposito leaving it for Ken Morrill. Gillies walked into him. Puck comes out to center ice. Lafleur has trouble with it, but it's carried out by Hartsburg. Hartsburg in with Gretzky. Here's Hartsburg right in. Esposito makes a fabulous save on Craig Hartsburg. And what a move by the Team Canada defenseman. Now the puck at the side is slapped away by Langway. Lafleur trying to get it. It rolls down the ice with Raymond Bourque back after it. And the fans are loving the action in this one tonight. A 1-1 tie. Now Miller drops it into his own zone. Both teams are at full strength. The puck rolls right to goaltender Mike Liut. In after it is Rob McClanahan. He couldn't catch up to the puck as Canada's Raymond Bourque clears it out to center. Now he gets the puck again. Bourque coming in with Middleton and Brian Trottier, and spinning around there right at the line, and it's called on the offside. 5:58 left to play. The score 1-1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
I got that Super Lotto ticket right here.
Hey, the game really grows on you. Another Super Lotto ticket, sir?
You bet. It's the only lottery that can make you a millionaire now. With a scratch and win that can make you $10,000 richer instantly. And 3 tax-free $1 million grand prizes. How's that for super?
Wow. Hey, you'd make a great Super Lotto group.
I'll do that.
The only lottery that can make you a millionaire now.
Welcome back to our CTV coverage of Canada Cup 81. I'm Bernie Pascal along with Tom Watt. It's a 1-1 tie here in Edmonton, Canada and Team USA. Trottier shoots it into the corner. Now he goes after the puck. Robinson came in to help out, and he's spun around Neil Broughton with a solid check. Number 2 for Canada, Brian Engblom, got it up. Puck rolls into the corner. Trottier with Dean Telefus. They go into the corner after it. Middleton has it, rolls it in front, gets it back. Here's Middleton, a shot. And that bounced off the skate of Telefus and goes wide. Team USA getting possession. 5:21 left to play in the opening period. Telefus on right wing goes after the puck. Broughton, he's knocked off stride, gets up again. Broughton drops it back to the line, kept in by O'Connell. O'Connell shoots it into the corner. Telefus slaps it there. Steve Kristoff, number 25, checked by Robinson, and they pin it against the boards to get another face-off.
Well, the thing that's been amazing me about Team USA, Larry Robinson, he's been the recipient of some of their aggressive checking. Team USA is really playing a hard, intense hockey game, and they're laying on the body every chance they can, and this is forcing Team Canada, too, to check very aggressively. And the game really has been quite a tough hockey game. Not too many penalties, but they've been throwing some tremendous checks in this first period.
Head coach Scotty Bowman, assistant coaches Al McNeil and Red Berenson for Team Canada. And the other assistant coach looking after the off-ice activity, Pierre Paget, an assistant coach with the Calgary Flames. Now Richie Dunn slaps it over, taken there and out to center ice where the Canadian player Potvin shoots it in, right to Tony Esposito. Gorance then gives it to Barry Beck as play gets a little sloppy here. Potvin, number 5, trying to get it to Gainey. It hit the tip of his stick, goes in behind the net. Duguay takes it along the side of the boards, missed with that pass, and now Mark Howe will try. Howe just finds a spot, shoots it off the boards into the Canadian zone. Barry Beck, number 3. Beck slaps it out to center. Here comes Goring. Goring in with Duguay. Gets through the defense, can't get a shot, and it's covered up by Tony Esposito. A good move by Butch Goring.
Oh boy, what a play that was, because Goring just had the defender looking at that puck, made a nice little slick move, pushing it under his stick and then going to the outside. Under his stick, then right between the defenders, almost kicks it back onto his stick, hitting the side of the net and under Tony Esposito. A slick play by Butch Goring.
Well, he was foiled on his initial shot, but as that highlight proves, kicked the puck loose, and that shot came so dangerously close to giving Team Canada a 1-goal lead. Exactly 4 minutes left to play in the opening period. It's a 1-1 tie. Now here's Gretzky. Him with Lafleur and Perreault, but the pass just failed to get to him. Hartsburg keeps it in. Here's Gilbert Perreault. Perreault of the Buffalo Sabres slaps it over to Raymond Bourque. Bourque traps it there into the corner. Lafleur can't catch up to it. Gretzky behind the net, in front, a bouncing puck, and that just missed the open side. Now the puck is shot down the ice. Bourque goes backboard. It'll be icing against Team USA. With the score, Canada 1, USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
You've heard the saying, you are what you eat? Today, many of us believe that, so we choose our food carefully. When it comes to margarine, we choose Fleischmann's, because Fleischmann's new margarine, Fleischmann's sweet unsalted, and Fleischmann's famous corn oil are made for people who care about what they eat. And no matter which one's for you, you can count on that famous Fleischmann's taste. Fleischmann's corn oil, sweet unsalted, or new Fleischmann's containing mostly sunflower oil, because after all, you are what you eat.
Team USA, they open with a 3-1 victory over Sweden. And in this game with Team Canada, a 1-1 tie as Scotty Bowman sends out his big line there. Perreault, Guy Lafleur, and Wayne Gretzky. Hartsburg. Here comes Robbie Fatorik up over the line. Fatorik had it knocked off his stick, and Perreault comes back. It's over 2 lines, and it's called on the offside pass originating inside the Team Canada blue line and touched over the center red line. 3:18 remaining. And there's Guy Lafleur. Wouldn't you love to have that line with any hockey team?
Well, certainly Guy Lafleur coming off what everybody thought was a poor season last year. He seems like he's in for an excellent season coming up because he's been playing very well in this Canada Cup.
Puck in the Team Canada zone, taken there by number 4. That's Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg left it now. Gilbert Perreault. There's a penalty coming up. A high sticking call to Raymond Bourque. Bourque, number 8, had his stick high in his own zone there. And he'll get a penalty with 3:05 left to play.
Well, certainly you can't take penalties like that. A little bit of frustration here. Being checked aggressively, Raymond Bourque. There you see the first hit coming and then coming back with a stick. High sticking the U.S. player, Andy Van Helleman, seeing the late. And that's a little bit of the retaliation penalty after taking the first hit. You've got to sort of bite the bullet because you can't afford to take penalties like that in a tight series.
For high sticking, the time 16:55.
So Team USA on the power play. Neil Broughton comes out. Langway and O'Connell are out there defensively. Talafas on right side and Mark Johnson the other forward. Now the puck cleared into the corner, stopped there by Denny Potvin. He shoots it down the ice. Langway at his own blue line for Team USA. Langway to O'Connell. O'Connell, who scored a wicked goal from just inside the blue line against Sweden the other day, out on the point with Rod Langway. Now the puck comes to Langway. Langway with Dave Christian. Broughton moving towards the front of the net. They can't get a pass over to him. Good penalty killing by Team Canada. Now it comes back to Langway. Langway's shot, and that hit a player in front. O'Connell's drive, and Liut went high and blocked that. And Goring backhands it down the ice. 1:15 left in the penalty. This is Langway, number 23. Duguay in for checking him. Pass comes out to center. Christoph in with Dean Talafas. Talafas drops it back to the line. Here's O'Connell getting set. A shot. Rebound. Loose puck. And that's taken by Barry Beck and shot down the ice. Exactly 2 minutes left to play in the opening period. And 49 seconds left in the penalty to Raymond Bourque. Now Potvin in his own zone for Canada. Denny Potvin clears the puck out. Here's Duguay at center. Tried to get it back to Trottier. Potvin to Trottier. Trottier over to Duguay. Back to Brian Trottier, ragging the puck. Mark Johnson goes in to check him, and the puck rolls to Richie Dunn. 25 seconds left in the power play. Duguay clears the puck to Larry Robinson, and he fires it to an open wing. Dunn trying to get something ignited here for Team USA on this power play, but they're stymied again as Team Canada shoots it down the ice. 13 seconds left in the penalty, 1:18 remaining in the first period. The goal scorers, Gilbert Perrault and Steve Christoph. Earlier today, Czechoslovakia, on 2 goals by Yuri Lala, defeated Finland 7-1. And in Winnipeg, the Soviet Union defeated Team Sweden 6-3. Now Robinson backhands the puck high, and it goes into the corner. Langway in behind his own net for Team USA. Penalty almost expired. There's Bourque now as he steps onto the ice, and both teams back at full strength. Langway checked by Marcel Dion and knocked off stride. Less than a minute to go in the opening period. Eves trying to get the puck loose, clears it over. Miller trying to catch up to it. Middleton checks him against the boards, and they hold it right in front of the Team Canada bench. .44 seconds left on the clock. The shot's on goal. Canada has outshot Team USA 8-7 at this point. Now Brian Engblom chases the puck down, chased there by Mark Howe. Howe, number 5, couldn't catch up to it. Middleton shoots it into the Team USA zone. A race for it there. The puck loose behind the net. Middleton trying to clear it in front to Danny Gare, but it was caught up on the side of the net there by Tony Esposito.
Well, Tony Esposito, you know, as long as he can play that solid nets here for Team USA, as long as he can keep the Team Canada off the score sheet, the better the chances are of the United States team, because really Team Canada may start pressing and so on. 1-1 here. Team USA has played an excellent game, but Team Canada has been pressing around Tony Esposito, and he's made some excellent stops here in the first period.
Now the puck's back to Potvin, a shot. That hit a player in front. Blocked by Robinson, a drive, and Esposito made the save. Gare trying to get a pass in front. Langway clears it, and it comes out to center ice. 15 seconds left to play. Middleton. Now it comes back to Potvin, almost lost it to Mark Howe. over the line. Here's a shot right on. Liut makes the save as Vitorik let that drive go. Now the puck cleared out to Middleton. There goes the siren, and the first period is history. And coming up in our first intermission, Ron Roush will have an interesting interview with one of the assistant coaches, Pierre Paget. Eddie Westfall will have highlights of the first 20 minutes of play here in Edmonton. So at the end of the first period, the score, Team Canada 1 and Team USA 1. We'll be back with Ron Roush in just a moment.
Zone 2 will show you what happens inside your radiator if your antifreeze is weak and neglected. Look, after only 9,000 miles, rust, corrosion, continued neglect can clog passages, causing costly damage. But look at this radiator. After 9,000 miles of Prestone 2, total protection, a real difference. Prestone 2's patented silicone silicate formula bonds to all metals, including aluminum, to lock out corrosion. Tested, proven protection. Get Prestone 2, the corrosion fighter.
CN is not simply a railway with other interests. It is a group of companies that are responsible for some of Canada's essential services. Each CN company must stand on its own, and each is accountable for its own results. Accountability makes for good management. Good management means better service, and that's good business for all of Canada. CN, in business for Canada.
Well, the score is 1-1 at the end of one period of play. Gilbert Perreault opened the scoring at 3:43 from Gretzky and Lafleur, and then Steve Christoph, an unassisted goal at 5:01. The shots on goal through that first period, 9-8 favor Canada, a narrow margin. Part of the problem, of course, Canada picked up 3 penalties in the period to just 1 for the United States. Joining us here in the studio during this first intermission is one of the alternating captains of Team Canada, Larry Robinson. Larry, a period of hockey that I guess you suspected would happen. I think when Canada plays the United States, it's usually pretty tough hockey, pretty hard-nosed hockey.
Yeah, well, I think we expected it. They've got a good skating and excellent checkers out there, and you know, we really haven't been able to get on track. You know, you try to do a skate and the puck's bouncing quite a bit, and you know, it's a disadvantage for a lot of our guys because we've got some pretty good puck handlers, and when the puck's bouncing, it's pretty tough to handle it.
Bouncing a little bit, what's the problem there?
Well, it's just the heat and the fact that there's a game before us. I think we had the same thing against Finland too, where you have 2 games in a row, and you know, the ice going to get chewed up a little bit, but you know, those 3 penalties didn't help us at all either, and we've got to get away from that.
Larry, this is your second time around here in the Team Canada effort. This team quite a bit different, I think, from the team that you put together in 1976.
Oh yeah, definitely so. I mean, it's a question of you know, hockey players don't last forever, and you know, we've lost a lot of good hockey players to retirement in Savard and Esposito and Hull and Orr, most of all. We've got a good nucleus of a young club here. They've got some very good workers, and I don't think I've seen Gilbert Perreault play the hockey that he's played in a long time. And this is what we have to get. We've got to get the leadership from, you know, myself and Denny and some of the older guys in the club, and we've got to go out there and be leaders on the ice.
Seems the style of play is a little different than it was in 76. First of all, much quicker.
Oh yeah, I think the game's gotten much quicker, you know. I think the league itself has gotten much younger. I think the average age in the league right now is probably around 25, 27. And with young legs, I think you're going to get a much faster pace. And, you know, every year there's better equipment being invented, and ice conditions are that much better, and conditioning is so much better.
Conditioning a very big part, and I think the team is showing a lot in very early on. Tell me, what's it like to be an old-timer? Kind of a veteran of the team now.
It's a little different, you know. I came in 76, and you look around and you see the Hulls and the Orrs, and Bobby Hull being my boyhood idol. You know, it was a big thrill for me, and I kind of sat in awe most of the time. A little different second time around when you're looking at, you know, Hartsburg was 22, and Ray Bork, who's just turned 20, and a number of other guys. And it's a big change, and you know, I enjoy the challenge of trying to be a leader on the club, and it's especially a great honor to be chosen a co-captain of the club.
Good luck to you, Larry.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the game. Larry Robinson, one of the co-captains of Team Canada. This is Canada Cup 81. We'll be back in a moment.
Filters and oil, alignment and brakes, shocks, batteries, and tune-ups. At Firestone, when you come in for service, that's exactly what you get. Qualified mechanics and name brand parts. And when we say your car will be ready, it'll be ready and right at Firestone.
Now that's service.
Small copiers, small prices. Small copiers, small prices. This way, brothers.
When a visiting delegation asked Brother Dominic to match their very fussy requirements to their particularly small means, he simply introduced them to one of the fussy and stingy copiers from Xerox.
And the price, Brother Dominic? It's a miracle.
Willie Nelson's on the road again with K-Tel's Country Bound, a great new album featuring country sensation Charlie McClain. Country Entertainer of the Year, George Jones.
He stopped loving her today.
Carol Baker, Larry Gatlin, and Mo Bandy. Slim Whitman, Crystal Gale, and Janie Fricky. Saddle up and get Country Bound, part of K-Tel's Sound Celebration. Country Bound is in stores now.
Well, Larry Robinson touched on the fact that conditioning has been such a big part of Team Canada's effort in the early going. And when you're training in the middle of summer, it's a little difficult. And the fellow who probably hasn't got anywhere near the ink that I think most of the players think he should get is Pierre Pagé, who works for the Calgary Flames during the regular season, but put together an off-ice training program that had the boys really going through what turned out to be almost, a 10-week training program by the time you were through training camp.
Pretty well. We asked them to start on July 7th, and a lot of them had been running before that, so it's quite a long training camp, and it pays off right now.
It has paid off, and I thought, especially in the late stages of that game with Finland, the boys were really skating well in the final 5 minutes of the game, which I think is a good indicator in the opening game of a series like this.
I think so, and I think they felt very good against the Russians also in the later part of the game, and I think mainly they know that they can play with anybody right now.
What were you doing? I mentioned during the training camp to you that it's quite a science. You don't really like to term it a science, what you're doing, the off-ice, dry land type training.
No, we keep telling the players that we're not trying to impress, bring out some fantastic things. We're trying to bring results that are quick and things that are very simple. So the run involves a 30-minute run, and circuit training involves 18 stations where they work on speed and power. And a lot of the program has been designed by Dr. Larry Holt at Dalhousie University. I keep in contact with him, and we find out what's up in research all the time.
There you see Denny Potvin doing some of the work you're putting them through even during the period now. What exactly, there's Red Berenson, what were you even got the coaches into it? You got everybody enthusiastic here. What exactly are you doing, really? What was the program prior to regular training camp?
Well, we knew basically that endurance was a big factor in this series because we have to bring up the level of endurance of Canadian hockey players. And in order to reach a higher level of endurance, we asked the players after practices to run for 30 minutes or bike for 30 minutes at a heart rate of 150 per minute minimum. A lot of them, when they were running at the heart rate of 160, 170, but basically 150 minimum so that they can improve endurance. And we tested them already twice, and we'll test them again one more time when we get back to Montreal.
So you're not through. You're still keeping on top of them.
That's right. And I think the players are pretty ecstatic about it because they can see the improvement themselves, and that's what matters with them. They want to know where they're at, and they know where they're going.
Okay, Pierre, certainly it's showing right now. We'll see how it goes the rest of the tournament. I'm sure you're pretty proud of your boys, too. Thanks very much. Pierre Pagé, who's an assistant coach and in charge of things as far as the physical conditioning off ice are concerned. Well, we had 3 games to open this tournament on Tuesday. Let's look back. The opening game of Canada Cup 81 took place right here at the Edmonton Northlands Coliseum Tuesday afternoon. Sweden against the United States, and look at Reed Larson as he sweeps around Mats Waltin, number 9, on the Swedish defense, and then slides it past Peter Lindmark on the short side. The United States led 1-0 at 7:22 of the first period. Also in the first period, watch this play. Tom Gorns carrying the puck. He drops it very neatly into the slot. Dave Christian there to put it in with Mark Howe parked right in front, and that turned out to be the game-winning goal. But Sweden didn't go down easily. This play, Jönsson sliding it in from the point. Anders Kallur then gets it across the goal mouth to Thomas Gradin, who plays for the Vancouver Canucks. Gradin putting it past Tony Esposito. It was to be the only time they beat Tony Esposito on this day. The final score was 3-1. The third goal for the U.S., Mike O'Connell unassisted in the third period. Later on that same day, Canada, Finland, a great night for Mike Bossy as he goes in here and goes over the top of goaltender Marcus Mattsson. But trailing on the play is his centerman, Brian Trottier. Trottier picks up the loose puck on the backhand, pops it over the top of Mattsson before he can get up. That made the score 7-0. Remember, this was just a 1-0 game at the end of the first period. That's Potvin sliding it into Goring. Here's Goring in on behind the defense, and he puts it in under Mattsson. This made the score 8-0. It was to be a long night for Marcus Mattsson. And a lot of hustle was shown by Team Canada. Not only Wayne Gretzky can operate behind the net, that's Ron Duguay out in front to Clark Gillies. 9-0 final score, 2-goal night for Mike Bossy and Wayne Gretzky. 4-point nights for Trottier and Gilbert Perreault. Winnipeg Arena, Tuesday afternoon, Soviets versus Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia had the pressure on all night. Take a look at this play as they force the mistake inside the Soviet end. That's Dudacek over to number 12, Richter. He gets it out in front for Milan Novi, and Novi puts it in past Vladislav Tretiak, the only time they were to beat Tretiak in the game, and he was outstanding and a star. Here's Maltsev beating it off the defenseman at center ice to Alexander Grozdetsky. This is in the second period as well, and he goes in all alone to put it up over the top of Carl Lang. The final score was 1-1. Czechoslovakia was supposed to be in this tournament with a much depleted and very young team. They have surprised a lot of people, and certainly no one predicted a 1-1 tie or even a close hockey game between these two. Coming up, the first period highlights with Eddie Westfall. This is Canada Cup 81. We'll be back in a moment.
As the world's need for Canadian raw materials grows, Canada's need for freight handling capability in Western Canada will increase dramatically. To recognize that need is CN's responsibility. To deal with it efficiently is CN's business. CN, in business for Canada.
Surely you know me. I'm the one who said it could be done. I make the most of all that comes, the least of all that goes. I know the trick of growing up without my growing old. Thank you very much, milk.
Get your hands off my son.
Kill him.
This fall, John Forsythe, Linda Evans, and Pamela Sue Martin star in Dynasty. A new explosive primetime drama wrapped up in the world of wealth, power, passion, and the love-hate relationship surrounding the oil-rich Carrington family. Dynasty. You'll want to...
Well, the score after one period of play is the United States 1, Canada 1. Shots on goal fairly even. Canada got more penalties in the period, out penaltying the United States by a 3-1 margin. Eddie Westfall has joined us. And Eddie, you've been in the truck looking at things outside of goals. We'll see those as well. What have you spotted?
A game that I expected in a way, Ron, a little more enthusiasm by both teams, and of course the game Canada played against Finland. Some good highlights. The hitting that we expected was there. The penalty killing of the Canadian team again was there. And we've seen some great body checks, a real hard hit by Clark Gillies. He took a penalty on. But again, the thing that comes through, the thing that is quite evident is the fact that Canada did take 3 penalties and killed them decisively, getting some good chances, again, while they were a man short.
All right, we'll take a look at them then.
This is Brian Trottier gets a penalty right at the beginning of the game. Ron Duguay, as you see him going through there, gets a shot on net. good play, good close call. This was a close call at the other end. So Christoph gets a shot at Mike Leut, the gold medalist. This is Clark Gillies. This is a hard hit on Mark Johnson. Gillies, of course, drawing the penalty. Middleton, another good play around the net. Look where Mike Bossy is. Right in front where he always seems to be stationed, and no goal came off it. This was a play that Goring made, getting between the defense, and you can see how close he came. They were all around the United States net. They couldn't get the chance. They didn't get all of them in. They did get one.
Well, it looks like, looking at that, they usually the way Canada plays, they start to make good on some of those. At least that's what happened in the Finland game. Let's take a look at the ones that did make good here. And Perreault started it all off thanks to Gretzky.
Perreault from Gretzky and Lafleur. Everybody expects this line to do things. There it is. Gretzky, not only does he handle the puck so well, look at the good check he made right behind the net, got the puck out and was in right away. Not to be denied, though, the United States with Christoph scoring the goal. Look at the hit here. Talk about hard hits. That's Robinson and Dean Talafas of the New York Rangers colliding, and right from there, boom, right between the pads. Leut gets a piece of it, but not enough. It got between the pads in the net, 1-1.
Interesting thing about that play, Larry stayed on his feet. Talafas went down, but Larry was still out of the play, and it forced
very hard to knock Larry Robinson off his feet.
That's right. 1-1 tie. Thank you, Eddie. 1-1 tie at the end of one period of play. Just about ready for the start of the second period. This is Canada Cup 81. We'll be back in a moment.
You know what? I've got a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal. I had a regular savings account, but I usually make my deposits somewhere in the middle of the month. So I couldn't earn interest in that money until the start of the next month. And then it was paid only twice a year. So I'm switching to a Bank of Montreal daily interest savings account. Earns me interest the day I make a deposit and every day after, and pays it to me every month. That's 12 times a year. You do have a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal's daily interest savings account.
Lloyd Robertson, a broadcaster who cares.
Talking to Canadian people every night, you didn't begin to feel that what you were doing had some importance to it, and you developed a sense of community with the Canadian public.
Harvey Kirk, Lloyd Robertson, complete, accurate, up-to-the-minute Canadian news stories. World leaders and events brought into focus. A tradition of integrity and concise reporting is why Canadians trust and look first to the CTV National News.
Well, the teams are back on the ice, and we'd like to remind you, we here at CTV Sports, in this year of the disabled, muscular dystrophy needs your help. All of us urge you to help out in the collection of the campaign for muscular dystrophy. And now let's go upstairs. Tom and Bernie up there with the play-by-play of the second period.
Okay, Ron, Team Canada just making their way onto the ice here at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton. And the two teams splitting a pair of goals in the opening period. Gilbert Perreault of the Buffalo Sabres at 3:43. Gretzky and Lafleur assisting. And then Steve Christoph unassisted at 5:01, the tying goal. Both goals highlighted on the package there in intermission by Eddie Westfall. Look at the summary, the shots very close. And then the power play opportunities in that first period. Tom?
Well, one of the problems I think that Coach Scotty Bowman has had, the fact that Team Canada took the 3 penalties, and he is using so many different people to kill penalties. You need a lot of them in this type of hockey, that it's really upset his lines. And I think there was only one, possibly 2 occasions in the whole period where he had his big offensive line, Perreault, Gretzky, and Lafleur together.
Reminder, this program is protected by copyright and is strictly for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or exhibition of this telecast without the express written permission of the CTV Television Network and Harcom Consultants Limited is strictly prohibited. Referee Andy Van Helleman, a native of Winnipeg, 9 National Hockey League seasons, gets set to drop the puck, and the second period is underway. Potvin clears the puck ahead. Here comes Mike Bossy, shoots it into the Team USA zone. In after it, Barry Beck trying to get it to Gillies. Mark Howe backhands it, and it comes in front. Here's a chance for Bossy, but that's knocked down. Both teams starting the second period at full strength. Mark Howe, number 5. Christian goes after it, number 13. He's collided there along with Mike Bossy. The puck goes to Potvin. Howe checks him. Now Barry Beck. Got the puck ahead, cleared over to an open wing. Potvin backtracks into his own zone. Got away from Gorence. The puck comes out. Gillies is stopped momentarily by Christian. Now Kenny Morrow slaps it into the Team Canada zone. Bossy trying to get the puck loose. Taken by Trottier, knocked off his stick. Here comes Mark Johnson right in, a shot. And Liut handles that, and Team Canada shoots it down the ice. O'Connell going back for it. And it's icing against Team Canada. Mike O'Connell, number 20 for Team USA. Now with the Boston Bruins after starting with Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, Team USA jumping in here again, being very aggressive with their forechecking, forcing Team Canada into a few mistakes, forcing that puck, Team Canada, to make that icing move.
Now Raymond Bourque, number 8, bringing it out for Team Canada. Bourque, a pass to Guy Lafleur on the right side. Lafleur checked by Langevin, knocked against the boards, and back comes Team USA as they start to open up end to end. Good check there. The puck taken in front. Johnson couldn't get a shot as Bob Miller backhanded it to him. Bourque in his own zone for Canada. Here comes Bourque. Up with Lafleur, Gretzky, and Gilbert Perreault. The puck shot in. Bouncing puck. Lafleur goes to it. Knocked off his stick and brought out by number 25. That's Steve Kristoff. Kristoff over the line to Miller. Miller slapped it into the corner. Kristoff bumped by Bourque. Left the puck behind. Perreault trying to get it out. Gretzky helps him. The puck stopped at the line, cleared to an open wing. Ball is checked there in the Team Canada zone. Kristoff hammered by Raymond Bourque. Now O'Connell trying to get it to Broughton. That just failed to click. And Lafleur swings away for Canada. Ahead to Gilbert Perreault to Gretzky. And he couldn't get a shot. Talifas, number 19. Danny Gare checks him. Gretzky slips and falls. Puck comes in front. Here's Gretzky. He scores! Gretzky.
Well, you don't give Wayne Gretzky those opportunities. Again, forechecking's the name of the game. And here, stealing the puck just inside. The puck is tipped through. Gretzky all alone with Tony Esposito, putting that puck high up over his glove side, just tucking it up underneath the bar. You can't give Wayne Gretzky those opportunities.
Number 99.
2:25, the time of the goal, Wayne Gretzky.
Number 18, Danny Gare.
Danny Gare gets the assist. 2 minutes, 25 seconds. The go-ahead goal by Wayne Gretzky. And it's Team Canada 2, Team USA 1. They'll drop the puck just outside the Team Canada line. Robinson over to Brian Engblom. Number 2, Engblom brings it straight up the middle. Up over the Team USA line, takes it into the corner. Bumped there by Larson and knocked down, and the puck comes over to Marcel Dion. He tried to get something going in front, was knocked off stride. Neil Broughton, number 7, back for Team USA. Broughton checked by Middleton, who then collides with Danny Gare. Langway getting set, a shot, that's blocked, and bounces off Danny Gare right back to Tony Esposito. Langevin tries to get it out. Middleton almost steals it there. Langway and Middleton fighting for it. Duguay helps out. And the puck cleared off the boards out to center ice. Broughton with Robinson. And Robinson has Neil Broughton all tied up. Here comes Duguay up to Bob Gainey. And it was offside as Marcel Dion was pushed over the line before the puck. Bob Gainey, a tower of strength defensively for Team Canada. And there's Tony Esposito.
Well, you know, everybody talks about what a great hockey player defensively that Bob Gainey is, but you know something, he always gets his share of points, even though he's always checking in the National Hockey League the big lines of the opposition's teams.
I guess it's true, Alan Eagleson knows almost everybody. Here's Beck clearing the puck off the boards. Gainey now back for Team Canada. Gainey takes it into the corner. Knocked there. Duguay tried to dump it in front, gets it again. Here's Duguay. Checked momentarily by McClanahan. The puck goes loose. Langway holding it against the boards. Gainey slapping away with Duguay. They can't get it held there for a whistle. Now it's knocked loose to number 15, McClanahan. he was almost knocked through the net there by Goring. Puck cleared. Liut out of the net. Swings it around the boards. Canada leading by a score of 2-1. Barry Beck in his own zone. Beck watched there by Tom Gorence. Swings back, still has the puck. Gorence gets it up to Gainey. He backhands it into the Team USA zone. Number 26, Dave Langevin, member of the New York Islanders. He clears the puck, and Canada has it once again. Hartsburg, a lead pass. Over the line goes Trottier, and the puck just rolled off his stick, or he was home free. Bossy is checked. Now the Americans will try again. Mark Howe coming up with Christian and Gorence, but it's offside at the Team Canada line. The score, Canada 2 and USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
There are a lot of aircraft on exciting missions in the Canadian Armed Forces and challenging jobs for good people with the regular forces or the reserves, pilots and navigators and others. If you've got what it takes, we've got a great life for you.
There's no life like it. There's no life like it.
We're the Canadian Armed Forces. Look for us in the yellow pages under Recruiting.
I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you to support the Terry Fox Run in your area September 13th. And I know most areas in Canada are having a Terry Fox Run, including his hometown of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. All very worthy of your support September 13th. We've played 5 minutes here in the second period. Canada leading 2-1. Richie Dunn racing for the puck in his own zone, and it's icing against Canada. They've split a total of 20 shots so far in the game, 10 each.
Well, Team Canada has iced the puck 2 or 3 occasions early here in the second period. They're looking, it's reflective of the workouts that Scotty Bowman has been conducting. He's anxious to get that puck out of their own zone in a hurry. They're looking for more long passes, lead passes, getting their great offensive players moving, not to set up and be slow coming out of their own zone. And sometimes when they're trying that style of play, those long passes go for icing.
Now the puck comes back to the line. Reed Larson stops it there. A shot scooped up by Mike Liut. Liut from Weston, Ontario. He thrives on action. In the National Hockey League, the last 2 years, Liut has played 125 league games with the Blues. He's backed up tonight by Billy Smith of the New York Islanders. The backup for Tony Esposito is Steve Baker of the New York Rangers. Both teams at full strength. This is Robinson in his own zone trying to get that lead pass to Gretzky, and it was called on the offside. And Team Canada a little upset about that, feeling it was knocked in intentionally by the U.S. player. Coach of Team USA, Bob Johnson, right in the middle of the picture there, trying to get his team alive here in period number 2. They're down by 1 goal. Brian Engblom in his own zone, number 2. Native of Winnipeg, played at the University of Wisconsin. Robinson. He's been a tower of strength out there. He's wearing the C tonight, alternating captaincy with Dennis Potvin. Puck just bounced away from both Lafleur and Brian Engblom. Larry Robinson. Robinson for Canada, trying to get it to Perreault. He knocks it down at the line, but then it's just slapped out. Back comes Lafleur. Here's a 3-on-1. Oh, and the pass just failed to get over as Richie Dunn made a key defensive play for Team USA, just tipping that pass away. Now Dunn has it again, a long shot, and a pad save by Mike Liut. Now here's Team Canada coming out. Gilbert Perreault, straight up the middle. Perreault over the line, but it's offside. 13:39 left to play in the second period.
Well, boy, is this line ever exciting. I mean, Gilbert Perreault, when he gets that puck, he's got moves. And there he reversed the flow. He was going to his right. All of a sudden, he could just change that direction, come hard to his left, broke up the middle, and create something. But this line, just beautiful to watch offensively. They throw that puck around with a great deal of finesse, and they're always dangerous.
Scotty Bowman sends out Marcel Dion with Rick Middleton and Danny Gare. Potvin and Barry Beck on defense. Middleton has the puck. Here's Rick Middleton over the line, dropping it back to Gare, and the pass was nowhere near him. Christoph back for Team USA. The puck just rolled off his stick. Denny Potvin in the corner. Potvin, number 5. Had a bit of a groin problem in the early going of camp, but says he's now 100%. Langway in his own zone for Team USA. Feeds a perfect pass to Steve Christoph on the left to Broughton. He missed by about 6 feet with that low shot. In behind the net now. Broughton trying to get it. Knocked away and brought out by Marcel Dion to Danny Gare. Gare up to Rick Middleton. Middleton over the line and failed to get that pass. Potvin moving up quickly. Here's Dennis Potvin to Gare. A shot, the rebound. They score! Marcel Dion on the rebound, and Canada goes in front 3-1.
Well, the importance of the defenseman moving up that we've seen so often. Denny Potvin moving up, getting that puck. The pass comes through originally, then they seem to whack at it. Whether or not Dion got the goal or whether it was tipped at the end by Middleton, it's hard to say. But the puck comes up. There we see the puck. Dion certainly is the last person to touch the puck as it went over the line. But again, we see Team Canada, those defensemen moving up, making the opportunities. That's what modern hockey is all about. Everybody has to get involved in the attack.
Marcel Dion gets the goal.
Danny Gare and number 5, Dennis Potvin. The time, 7 minutes, 16 seconds.
So Canada leads Team USA 3-1. Puck into the corner. Bob Gainey in there quickly, and they pin it against the boards. Face off in the Team Canada zone. It's Canada 3, USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Want to come to the Canada Cup with me? I'm Paul Henderson, and this could be your ticket. Every weekend from now until September 11th, provincial lottery players in Ontario get a bonus chance at an all-expense-paid weekend for 2 at the championship final in Montreal. It's an instant prize that you can find inside your provincial ticket pouch, and there's 50 of them. I know how exciting a cup final can be, so come to the Canada Cup with me. And I'm bringing my skates, just in case.
You love Fridays.
Welcome back to Edmonton. Bernie Pascal with Tom Watt, Ron Roosh, and Eddie Westball, our entire CTV crew, bringing you this game in the Canada Cup 81 series, Team Canada and Team USA. And a special welcome to our American viewing audience tonight, joining us for this game on the Sports Channel. Now Team Canada swinging out of their own zone. Goring slaps it to an open wing. It's brought back by Mark Howe. Bob Gainey chases it down, got away from Tom Gorence. The puck at the Team Canada line, brought over. Howe shot, and a toe save by Mike Liut. Loose puck slapped outside the blue line, now brought up by Team Canada. Duguay going after it there, and Christian steals it from him. Hartsburg trying to get back into position. Raymond Bourque takes his man out. Now here comes Goring, over to Duguay, a shot, and Tony Esposito got a piece of that and deflected it wide. Goring behind the net, Goring in front, and Esposito slaps that back into the corner. Duguay for Canada. Duguay check, backhands it to Goring. Goring, oh, and he tried to get that pass in front to Gainey, and that just failed to click. As Mark Howe brings it back now for Team USA. Gorence, long shot, and Mike Liut has no trouble with that, holds on, and then slaps it behind the net. Bossy gives it to Raymond Bourque. Bourque ahead to Gillies. Gillies passed it right to Mark Johnson. Here's Johnson, a shot. Oh, and it just rolled off the stick of goaltender Mike Liut. Good drive by Johnson of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And he's the son of the coach of the Team USA, Bob Johnson. There's Brian Trottier from Val-Marie, Saskatchewan. And Bob Johnson was quite a ball player too, Tom. In fact, he was telling us he played Class C baseball in Duluth. He said he knew when to quit because his batting average was challenging his weight.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He's very modest. You know, when he was at Colorado College as the hockey coach before he went to the University of Wisconsin, he was named the NCAA Baseball Coach of the Year.
Very likable, personable gentleman, the head coach of Team USA. He has to get his charges up. They trail by 2 goals at this point, 3-1. Now the puck in the Team USA zone, a bit of a mix-up, a scramble for it. Canada trying to get a shot. Brian Engblom moving up. He slaps away at it, but it comes out to center ice. Robinson back inside his own line. Robinson watched there by Mike Eaves. Now the puck comes to Kenny Morrow. Morrow to Rod Langway. Langway missed the pass on that right side to Broughton, and it rolls right to Mike Liut. As we reach the midway point of the second period and the midway point of the game, with Team Canada leading 3-1. Now, back for Team Canada. Here's a shot right on, and that drive was stopped by Tony Esposito with Gretzky right at the doorstep. Broughton trying to get it out. Here's Perreault with Gretzky in front, but he was well covered there by Dave Langevin. Gretzky behind the net. Here's Lafleur to Perreault, hit the side of the net. Gretzky can't get that puck out. He's checked, goes after it. Langevin does a good job of tying up Wayne Gretzky. Now to the other side, Bob Miller checked by Robinson. Broughton can't get it out. Here's Guy Lafleur. Robinson had it knocked off his stick. Potvin right back to his own line. A pass to center to Lafleur. Up to Gilbert Perreault. Over the line. Tried to drop it there. And Team USA breaks up. This is Neil Broughton coming in. Drops a pass there. In front. Broughton's drive. And that's blocked. As Kristoff tried to get a piece of it as well. Now Lafleur back with Gretzky. Lafleur over the line. Drops it there for Barry Beck. Back to Lafleur in front. Middleton's shot. And it just rolled off the stick before he could get a solid drive. Talafas ahead now to Robbie Fatorik. Fatorik coming back, the captain of Quebec Nordique. He shoots it in. And Potvin takes the rolling puck away from goalie Mike Liut. 8:45 left to play in period number 2. Team Canada leading 3-1. Delayed offside. Beck has it inside the line, brings it back in front of Liut. Ahead to Potvin. Now it's cleared out to Gretzky. Here's Wayne Gretzky, number 99. Breaking for the net is Gare, but the pass didn't come to him. Now McClanahan. Pass up the middle. Here comes Gunn. And it's offside at the Team Canada line. The score, Canada 3, USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
For years, Labatt's has been bringing the people of Ontario one great beer after another. Continuing this tradition, Labatt's now brews a beer for you whose distinctively clean, crisp Beechwood aged taste and smoothness have made it the world's largest selling brand. Budweiser joins the Labatt's family of fine beers. The original Budweiser recipe, traditional Labatt's quality, now brewed in Ontario by Labatt's.
When one talks of nationalism, togetherness, it's not exemplified any better than the spirit on this Team Canada. You watch them here at practices, they leave together, they walk downtown together, they're always together. You think they've been teammates for years and just put together weeks ago. Here comes Danny Gare. Gare over the line, a shot, stopped, rebound. Middleton couldn't get a drive as Esposito made the save. Here's another chance. Dion hits the side of the net. Morrow backhands it, can't get it out. Mark Howe will attempt. Howe, a pass into the middle to Christian. And he couldn't get the pass over to Gorentz as he was knocked off stride. Puck cleared into the Team Canada zone. This is Raymond Bourque. Leaves it there for Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg, number 4. He's checked. Puck is stolen by Mark Howe, but he passed it right in front to Bourque. Bourque up to Rick Middleton. Middleton, number 17. Up over the Team USA line, trying to leave it for Duguay. Langway knocked him off stride. Here's Goring right in. Goring trying to give it to Duguay, and his stick was lifted before he could get a shot. Mark Howe. He stopped right in front of his own bench. Now Gorentz backhands it. Howe goes after the puck there. Too many men on the ice, I believe, as Mark Howe's replacement jumped on the ice, but the puck hit Mark Howe, so it'll be a penalty to Team USA. Too many men on the ice. The score, Canada 3, Team USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
My v Československu jsme hadej na to poděkujeme. Proč na sklo a hokiště. Jsou provědčídne, protože je prověžovány. Vy máte taky něco dobře. Jsou je číst prožená. O řeky planty. Skrupové do zlatová oprašené. Proto tak čerstvé, protože je prověžována. Planters. My víme, že jsou čerstvé, protože je sami prověžili. Sami prověžili.
Bench minor for 2 minutes.
So the bench minor, too many players on the ice, will be served by Dean Talafas. The call made by John D'Amico, a veteran of 17 years in the NHL. No disputing that. There's a shot high over the glass and out of play.
Well, this is really a bad time to take a penalty like that. Too many men on the ice with 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the second period here. The score 3-1. Of course, the next goal would be very critical if Team Canada was to go ahead 4-1, and you hate to take a penalty like that at a very critical point in the hockey game.
Now here's Larry Robinson, slaps it into the corner. Brian Trottier wearing sweater number 20. Trottier with Gillies calling for a pass in front. It comes to Potvin. He lets it go, and a toe save by Tony Esposito. And he's been sharp in goal for Team USA. Robinson forced back into his own zone, wearing familiar number 19. Former junior with Kitchener. Robinson coming out. Pass comes to Clark Gillies into the middle. Bossy can't catch up to it. And again, it's slapped down the ice. This time off the stick of Dave Langevin. Canada will try again. Trottier up over the blue line. That's intercepted, and Patoric backhands it down the ice. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the bench minor, served by Dean Talafas. Robinson. His backhander knocked down by Robbie Patoric. Now Mike Bossy will try. Again, Team USA bottling up Team Canada before they can get over the line. Now they succeed. Bossy decides to backhand it in. Morrow then shoots it down the ice. .41 seconds left in the penalty. Canada leading 3-1. Morrow shoots it right back in. Oh, and that bounce in front. Patoric went one way, the puck the other. That was a dangerous play. Here's Robinson up to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky back to Lafleur, a shot, and that's blocked by Langway. Lafleur into the corner to Gretzky. Gretzky behind the net, comes in front, back to Lafleur, a shot, and Esposito makes the save. Langway clears it off the boards and gets it out to center. And he's been a star defensively for Team USA. Rod Langway, number 23. Here comes Dennis Potvin over the line. Gretzky after it, a shot. Esposito kicks that out. And Morrow shoots it down the ice just as Talafas steps on, and it's called an offside pass. 5:14 left. The score, Canada 3, USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
I got a great deal from Harvey's. Hey, look at that. Beautiful Canada Cup poster. Well, my friend, you can have one every time you order a double burger from Harvey's. Skate, come on. Skate. Come on. Come on. A great double burger. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. A great game. Come on. A beautiful Canada Cup poster when you order a double burger from Harvey's.
Buy a double burger and get the official 1981 Canada Cup poster.
Welcome back to our CTV coverage of Canada Cup 1981. And Canada enjoying a 3-1 lead. They won their first game of the tournament 3-1 over Sweden. Team USA defeating Sweden. Larson, Christian, and O'Connell getting the goals. Then Canada's first game 9-0 over Finland when Bossy and Gretzky got a pair each. Canada leading this one 3-1. Now it's brought up by Christoph, just got over the line, then was stopped. Goring goes after the puck, over to Ron Duguay. Duguay a drive and broke his stick on that shot. Now it comes around the boards. Duguay goes to the bench to get a new stick. Up on the right side, Team USA coming in, Talafas. Hartsburg checks him. Now Bob Gainey gets it ahead to Goring. Duguay on the right, Goring over the line, Gainey breaking for the net, and the puck is deflected just wide. In behind the net, Larson is dumped. Here's Gainey. Bob Gainey for Team Canada. Passed it in front. It's broken up by Neil Broughton. Broughton back for Team USA, trying to give it to Christoph. His backhander, and Liut made the save on the short side.
Mike Liut just standing his ground, not doing anything, just standing up there, waiting for that shot to come. There you see him, not making his move. The backhand hitting him dead on, cuts off the angle. Kills the play, but Mike Liut, standard goaltending here, just standing right up, taking the shot. Not going down, not panicking, standing up, taking away the angle from the shooter.
4 minutes and 21 seconds remain to be played in period number 2. And one has to be impressed with the caliber of play of both teams in this game tonight. Although there were some sloppy moments in the first 20 minutes, they've really opened up here in period 2. Middleton to Marcel Dion. A shot. Esposito made the save, but I don't believe he saw the puck afterwards. Now the puck is cleared up on the left side. Team USA on the attack. That's Mike Eves. Eves got a pass over, intercepted. Dion coming in with Middleton. Marcel Dion. Oh, and he tried to get that lead pass in front to Middleton, and it just failed to reach him. Now it comes in front. Stepped into there by Danny Gare as he collided with Miller. Dion is dumped right at the side of the net, and there'll be a tripping penalty coming up to Team USA, and Reed Larson will head to the penalty box.
Tripping, 28.
The score, Canada 3, USA 1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
At AES, we believe that simpler is better. Introducing Alpha Plus, the world's simplest word processor. Alpha Plus has a keyboard just like a typewriter, incredibly simple. And building the printer into Alpha Plus gives it a unique compact design, so it fits in the space of an ordinary typewriter. Incredibly simple, simply incredible. Alpha Plus from AES.
Marcel Dion being tripped. The good hustle here by Danny Gare. Marcel Dion going to the net, being tripped by Reed Larson in front of the net for the second penalty in a row here for Team USA.
Now back to the action. Robinson's shot. That hit a player in front. The rebound is knocked down by Rod Langway. He's out there defensively again for Team USA. He's been a standout. Here's Clark Gillies in with Bossy. Bossy, number 22, stops. Cleared it in front right to Ken Morrow, and he tried to get it out. It hit linesman John D'Amico. Robbie Fatorik against Larry Robinson. Now Trottier to Bossy. Up on an open wing, Potvin trying to catch up to it there. Just failed to reach him as Langway again slapped it away. Here comes Robinson for Team Canada. Robinson gives it to Mike Bossy, and Fatorik slapped it off his stick out to center. 3 minutes left to play in period number 2. 1:15 left in the Team USA penalty. Here's Gretzky in front. That's knocked down. And Fatorik slaps it, but not out. Gets another attempt, and it goes out to number 27. That's Warren Miller. And Miller backhands it right on goal to Mike Liute as Team USA uses the opportunity to change their penalty killers. Here's Gilbert Perreault. Up over the line. Perreault, watched by Mark Howe, takes it into the corner. Then Richie Dunn knocks him against the boards. Two teammates with the Buffalo Sabres. Guy Lafleur become a real favorite here at the Northlands Coliseum. Robinson back to Potvin. Denny Potvin to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky, number 9, setting up on the power play. Gretzky, watched there by Tom Gorant, still has it in behind the net to Perreault. Gilbert Perreault, back to Potvin. Potvin gives it to Perreault. Now Gretzky moves to his familiar spot. In behind the net, he takes the pass. Here's Gretzky, in front, loose puck, and Perreault couldn't get a shot. As Gorant has it, 10 seconds left in the penalty. Canada moving the puck with authority, but can't get a direct shot on this power play on Tony Esposito. Now, Team USA back at full strength. Gainey fakes a shot, lets it go, and Esposito smothers it and holds on for a face-off. And let's check now on our upcoming intermission features, and here's Ron Rouge.
Well, Bernie, during the second intermission, Lou Nanny, who's the general manager of the Team USA, will be here. Bill Clark, 14 years, a great lineman with the Saskatchewan Roughriders also, and we'll have highlights of that 7-1 victory, Czechoslovakia over Finland.
Now back upstairs with 1:35 left to play, and that Czechoslovakia victory. Lala had a pair of goals. Matty Hagman scored the lone goal for Finland.
Well, we've talked so much about Team Canada's penalty killing, but certainly Team USA killed off 2 penalties in a row here at a critical time in the hockey game in the second period.
And a shot there of Bob Johnson momentarily, the head coach, with one of his assistants, John Cuniff from the Hartford Whalers. Now Mark Johnson up to the line, a delayed offside. It's waved out as the puck is cleared down the ice. Kenny Morrow ahead to Mike Eves, sidesteps Gainey. Left the puck behind though, Langway goes after it. And Rod Langway, number 23, clears it outside the line. Duguay. Both teams at full strength. Hartsburg shoots it in. Esposito leaves it there for Langway. Langway bottled up by Goring and Gainey. In behind the net, here's Goring. Goring trying to get it in front, checked by Johnson. And we have 1 minute to play in period number 2. Team USA bringing it back in. Here's a good move, a shot, the rebound, and it just goes wide. What an opportunity there for Johnson, and he shot wide. 45 seconds left. Pass up on the right side to Duguay. Right in, a shot. Esposito got a piece of that. And O'Connell has it. There's a penalty coming up for slashing. Another Team USA penalty for slashing handed out by Andy Van Helleman, and it'll be Dave Langevin.
Greg Hartsburg was caught looking at the puck on that rush, and then he came right back and made the long lead pass to Duguay. Duguay getting the shot. Tony Esposito just going down to the short side and making the stop before the slashing penalty to the United States. Third in a row for Team USA here in the second period.
Well, they're getting their share of penalty killing, but there's no denying that was a penalty. He slashed at Duguay. Langevin with 36 seconds remaining in the second period. Face-off will be in the Team USA zone. Tony Esposito in goal. A naturalized American citizen, became an American citizen the day Team USA opened training camp. Here's Potvin over to Guy Lafleur, in front to Perreault, trying to get a shot, and Ken Morrow slapped it off his stick and takes possession. 23 seconds left in the second period. Here's Guy Lafleur in his own zone. Up to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky with Perreault and Bossy. Over the line, backhands it, that's knocked down, and it's cleared down the ice. As number 27, Warren Miller from the University of New Hampshire shot it away. 5 seconds left in the period. That'll do it. Here comes Denny Potvin. And right to Richie Dunn as the siren goes to end the second period here at the Northlands Coliseum, with Team Canada scoring 2 goals. And they now have that 2-goal margin, leading by a score of 3-1. And that's the score. We'll be back with the second intermission in just a moment.
Oh, and Team Canada has a 3-1 lead in the second period. Goals by Gretzky and Zion, going with the first period goal by Gilbert Perreault. They are the 3 Team Canada goals. Steve Kristoff evened it up. It was 1-1 at the end of one period. Mark Johnson, you have to look back in that period to a chance Johnson had in the final 2 minutes of the period. He scores, and we've got a 1-goal hockey game. Still very close, as we predicted it might be, between these 2 hockey clubs. We've got Lou Nanne in the studios with us right now. Lou is the general manager of Team Canada this year. Last time around, you were playing in this tournament, Lou. Putting this one together, a little different chore, of course. Any philosophy towards putting this one together, what you were looking for?
Well, actually, when we looked at this team, we knew that we had to have a lot of speed. We knew that we didn't have the great goal-scoring capabilities of some of the other clubs in this tournament. But the Team USA squad that I played on 5 years ago compares very little with this team. This team would beat them at least 8 out of 10 games. I think you'd have to look at our defense. They're big, they're strong, they're mobile, they move the puck very well, and the great quickness we have up front that allows us to steal some pucks and get some opportunities. We knew that we had to have that kind of defense to go with the quickness in the forwards, because we didn't expect to get a lot of goals in any of the games.
Still, big question, not a question mark, the big thing, I think, is the conditioning. Your team's in great shape, Canada's in great shape, and I think that showed in your game against Sweden.
Well, we know we're in excellent shape. We knew right from the start of training camp. All these fellas came in very good condition. They worked hard. I've got an excellent coaching staff, and they demanded a lot from these players, and these players responded, and I'm very pleased with that. I think that neither of these teams are going to be out-conditioned in this tournament. I do think that we have to just get a couple more opportunities and shut them down. You can't even give them that second opportunity. This is something we're doing tonight that we didn't do in the Swedish game. If you give them the second shot, the Canadians have the best scorers in this tournament, and you're going to be behind as we are right now.
Tony Esposito on goal. You set yourself up in beautiful position with Tony there, a naturalized citizen of the United States now, great experience, a Hall of Famer, I imagine, when it's all over for him.
It certainly is, and as you know, if you're going to win in this tournament, you've got to get good goaltending, and so we feel very comfortable with Tony in the nets. We know that we're going to get excellent goaltending. We know Canada's going to get excellent goaltending with Liut and Russia with Trachak. We think that those are the 3 best goaltenders in this tournament, and that's why we're hopeful that we can make the semifinal rounds, and once we get there, anything can happen. We just want to get that one shot to win the one big game in the semifinals and go from there.
Lou, you have had to, the situation being that against each other in terms of this tournament. You've got a player on Team Canada, and Craig Hotsburg, but playing very well tonight. I guess it's just really a matter of forgetting all of that and trying to refocus.
Well, it's not too tough to forget, believe me. When you get in international competition, it doesn't matter who your teammate was. It's an entirely different thing, and I just, I can't explain the feeling because I've been on the ice against so-called teammates of mine in international competition, and it's just like you go on a golf course. If you're competitive enough and you want to win, you feel the same thing here, only 100-fold times more. And I'd have to say that they don't know who their teammate is or during the regular season when they're on the ice right now. All they want to do is work hard, win, and hit anybody that's in their way.
Lou, has anything surprised you about this tournament at all so far?
Well, I'm very surprised that the Swedes haven't been better. I thought that with the quality of players that they had, that they would play more like a team. They've got great individualists, but they're not playing like a team. They're dropping the puck too much. They're overhandling it and passing up shots, and they're not playing nearly as well as they should have been playing. They should have been a dark horse, and right now they don't look like they're going to be very much of a contender.
Czechoslovakia, I guess, has surprised everybody, shocked a few people, including the Soviets.
That's right. We played them in an exhibition game Saturday, and that was our best game. We beat them 4-1, but they were young. They kept coming on. They got some good chances. It was only outstanding goaltending by Tony that kept it down to 4-1 in the second period, and we pulled away in the third. And I don't think that team's going to quit. They could be a little surprised before this thing's over.
Well, Lou, you're stirring it up a little bit yourself. Good luck the rest of the way. Good luck the third period, I guess, as well. And may we see you in the playoffs.
I hope so. Then it'll be real interesting.
Okay. Lou Natty, General Manager of Team USA, joining us here in the second intermission. 3-1, Canada leading. This is Canada Cup 81, and we'll be back in a moment.
I got a great deal from Harvey's. Hey, look at that. Beautiful Canada Cup poster. Well, my friend, you can have one every time you order a double burger from Harvey's. Skate, come on. Skate. Come on. Come on. A great double burger. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. A great deal. Come on. A beautiful Canada Cup poster when you order a double burger from Harvey's.
Buy a double burger and get the official 1981 Canada Cup poster.
Canon presents a new camera.
John, I'm working. Can I have my camera back?
Just one more. It's Canon's new AE1 program. Even simpler to use.
This new Canon AE1 program's super. Just one more.
No matter how tough the light, the new program mode makes it easy to shoot like a pro.
Here, get to work.
The new AE1 program.
Keep your eye on the ball.
So advanced, it's simple. And more of both.
Yes, we are. We're going to honky-tonk all night with the one, the only, the legendary Rompin' Ronnie Hawkins. Each week, he'll bring you 30 minutes of fast-paced, hard-driving country music with the top names this side of Nashville. Join us for CTV's brand new Honky Tonk. It's solid entertainment.
And as you can see, it's still anybody's hockey game here at Edmonton's Northlands Coliseum. 3-1, Canada leading the U.S. Could have been narrow, a very close call. Late stages of the second period. Mark Johnson just missing the net. We've got a very unique guest joining us right now. A fellow who is the very first Canadian high school curling champion of 14 years, a lineman, an all-Canadian with Saskatchewan Roughriders, Bill Clark, who is now the chairman of the Interprovincial Lottery Corporation. Bill, welcome to our telecast.
Nice to be here, Ron.
And I guess you're watching a pretty good hockey game out there.
It's been a super hockey game.
Bill, we hear about lotteries, and of course we're all taking part almost in lotteries across this country. But lotteries, you win or you lose. Your $2 seems to go. What happens with some of the money that is being collected by lotteries in this country right now?
Well, we're in a rink that owes part of its development to lottery money. I think some $2.5 million worth of Super Lotto money went into this rink, plus other lottery money from the exhibition boards here. Also into the Winnipeg Arena, there was some $2.25 million and more money committed by the government of Manitoba for that rink. So the major hockey rinks, there's been money. There's money going to develop facilities throughout the country, over 120 facilities in Manitoba alone. There's operating money goes to games, Saskatchewan games, Manitoba games, provincial games, Ontario games. Ontario has spent considerable money in the development of rinks in that province.
So it's a great program and a very useful program for sports in the country.
Well, it's been a very good program. The Interprovincial Lottery is responsible for 2 products, the Super Lotto and the Provincial, and pays something like $28 million toward the federal government toward their share of sport programs, too.
Well, welcome to the Sports Mayu. It's certainly glad to have you aboard, and good luck in the future.
Thanks, Ron.
Bill, thanks very much for joining us. Well, we've had a couple of games this afternoon in the series. Here in the Edmonton Northlands Coliseum, of course, Czechoslovakia played a game and won a game. They have been a surprise here. In this one, they were playing Team Finland, and they won the game by a score of 7-1. It was 1-0 on a goal by Pavel Richter early on. And watch this play now as the puck is dug out. Yuri Lala makes the score 2-0. And then here it is, Lala putting it in. And that made it Czechoslovakia 1-0. Now Siltanen from deep in his own zone. He'll pop this one in. And Hagman on the play. And that makes it 2-1. Now we carry on with the game, and this game was a very, very close hockey game until the third period. 2-1 going into the third period, but the shots on goal in the game were very, very lopsided. But in the third period, finally, as the score there, Czechoslovakia to 3-1 on Haraba's goal. Now we see here the goal by Kral on the short side, off the crossbar and in. That made the score 4-1. Arnold Kadlec then scored his second. Jindrik Kokerman dropping it to Kral, and he circles and scores, and there it is, 6-1. Final score was 7-1. The final score in that game. Czechoslovakia, who tied the Soviet Union in Winnipeg in the opening game of this series. We're going to hear from them before this one is out, if not already. This is Canada Cup 81. We're going to be back with highlights of the second period in just a moment.
CTV.
2 unanswered goals by Team Canada in the second period, and they have taken a 3-1 lead. An interesting period because I think we saw something of what happened in the first game against Team Finland. Eddie Westphal has joined us for the analysis of the period. And Eddie, Team Canada coming on again. First period against Finland, it was 1-0, and they opened it up in the second period.
Somewhat the same pattern, Ron, except the fact that Team USA is not relinquishing the goals as Team Finland did. Tony Esposito has to be the difference. Although the shots are close, the game isn't. Canada has had a lot more opportunities, although USA has had a few. And you'll remember Mark Johnson taking quite a shot from Clark Gillies. He came back early in the second period, had a good opportunity on a mistake by Team Canada. Good save by Mike Liut. And the pattern seems to be as Canada takes over the play, a lot of mistakes by Team USA has cost them 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s. They're always very costly in hockey games, and Team USA has been doing that. This is the mistake here Canada makes. Actually, Trache Bossy lose the puck, and Mark Johnson gets right between Beck and Potvin. Good shot on net. Look where Liut is up on the top of the crease making the save. And here's another chance here for Team Canada. It was a 2-on-1 break that Dion Gare started out. Here's Danny Gare gets a shot away, and this was a 2-on-1 break, and results Dion at the end of this sequence. There's Middleton, number 17 in. Langway trying to clear the puck. He loses it there to a check. Watch right to the right of your screen here as the pass comes from Middleton. Dion, now he's got an open corner, just fails to put it in, and this is what's been going on in the second period. And here again, we see Lafleur, right. That's Rod Langway, teammate from the Montreal Canadiens. He has a little feel for Lafleur and his blocking of shots. Lafleur's shot, Langway blocking it. But you can see the pattern. The highlights show the fact that Team Canada is getting a lot of opportunities.
All right, we got 2 goals. Gretzky again. What can we say, I guess? Is this Gretzky? Don't give him the puck when you're one-on-one with a goaltender.
No question. Gretzky one-on-one very seldom misses. It was a 2-on-1 break. This is the thing that created the goal. Gretzky breaks away with Danny Gare, and you see Gare right there. Beautiful one-handed flip pass. There's Gretzky, and no question, top of the net, Esposito. The scouting on him always is that he's more apt to go down into a spread eagle fashion, and as soon as he does, right over the top shoulder, over his shoulder to the top of the net, is the shot by Gretzky. That was the go-ahead goal, 2-1. Here, Middleton is trying to get to the puck before it gets across the line. Actually, it's Dion's goal. Again, you can see a lot of activity by Team Canada around the net, and Team USA doesn't seem to be able to hold them off.
So what do we expect in the third period?
I don't think it's going to change, really. I think Canada's going to get stronger. We saw the thing on the physical fitness, Ron, and so far they've been able to keep up with anybody and then go ahead.
All right. 3-1, Canada is leading the United States with 1 period to play. This is Canada Cup 81, and we'll be back in a moment.
I'm Dave Thomas, and I started Wendy's with one restaurant and a philosophy. Never use frozen hamburgers. Use fresh ground beef. Then I figured, why would anyone go anyplace else?
Once you've tasted Wendy's hamburgers made from fresh ground beef, and you know it tastes great, why go anyplace else?